If you didn't have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3 days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days, this is something
maybe
new.
Less.
In 2 weeks, of course, yes.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this. I tell you, you're
again,
running low on soldiers.
Don't
you're running low on soldiers. It would be a damn good thing. And then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go and I want this. Look. If you could get a ceasefire right now, I tell you, you take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop getting killed.
Of course, we want to stop the war.
But you're saying you don't want a ceasefire.
But I said to you,
I want a ceasefire.
With guarantees.
Because you'll get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
That wasn't with me.
For you
that wasn't with me. That was with a guy named Biden, who was not a smart person. That was with Obama.
It was your president.
Excuse me. That was with Obama, who gave you sheets, and I gave you javelins.
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either.
Welcome to my channel. If today is your first time, I'm excited to see you here. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, join the Notice family for your top trending highlights, and without wasting much more time, let's continue. A heated meeting took place between the US President Donald Trump and the Ukrainian President Zelensky in the Oval Office. The discussion, initially intended to cover the proposed mineral deal and peace talks with Russia, escalated into confrontation. President Trump accused President Zelensky of being disrespectful and gambling with World War III, expressing frustration over Ukraine's stance in the ongoing conflict. He stated that Zelensky was not ready for peace and suggested he could return when prepared for negotiations.
Right about
From the very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards. Right now, you don't. You're playing cards. You're playing cards. You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country.
The meeting tension led to the cancellation of a planned press conference and postponement of the mineral agreement. President Zelensky later expressed gratitude to the American people for their support and emphasized Ukraine's commitment to achieving just and lasting peace. The heated exchange between President Trump, Vice President J.D. Vance, and President Zelensky has sparked widespread reactions across social media platforms. Many users have expressed disapproval of Trump and Vance's treatment of President Zelensky. Some describe their behavior as disrespectful, highlighting the negative impact of international relations.
Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military? And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless. God bless. You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
In contrast, numerous individuals have voiced strong support for President Zelensky, praising his leadership and resilience. They emphasize Ukraine needed for continuous support and express concern over the recent confrontation. Politicians have also weighed in, with Democrats condemning the treatment of Zelensky and Republicans offering varying perspectives. Some Republicans defend the action of Trump and Vance, while others express concern over the diplomatic fallout.
He didn't want to do about ceasefire. A ceasefire could take place immediately. A contract, if you want to end the war, you sign up an agreement. That's going to take a period of time. It takes time. I want it to end immediately. And I think if you had a ceasefire, it would be a ceasefire, a real one, that would end it.
President Donald Trump addressed the press outside the White House yesterday before departing for Florida, repeating his stance on the ongoing conflict between Ukraine and Russia. He emphasized the urgency of establishing a peace agreement, stating either we are going to end it or let him fight it out. Trump warned that if the conflict continues without US support, it's not going to be pretty, because without us, he doesn't win.
I want it to end immediately. I want a ceasefire now. He says, oh, I don't want a ceasefire. Well, all of a sudden he's a big shot because he has the US on his side. Either we're going to end it or let him fight it out. And if he fights it out, it's not going to be pretty. Because without us, he doesn't win. Let me tell you.
what happens moving forward, but the president made his position quite clear today when he asked Zelensky and the Ukrainians to depart the White House. He feels as President Zelensky is not in the right mindset to negotiate peace.
White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt addressed reporters following the tense meeting between President Donald Trump and Ukrainian President Zelensky in the Oval Office. Leavitt criticized Zelensky for his approach during the meeting, stating that he failed to recognize the change in U.S. leadership and expectations. She emphasized that the American public is tired of funding the ongoing conflict, highlighting Trump's position that future support depends on progress toward peace. The meeting, initially intended to discuss additional resources for Ukrainian war against Russia, escalated into shouting match. Zelensky criticized Russian President Vladimir Putin for violating a ceasefire, prompting Vance and Trump to urge Zelensky to reach a deal with Putin to end the war.
When he asked Zelensky and the Ukrainians to depart the White House, he feels as President Zelensky is not in the right mindset to negotiate peace, and I think frankly that was reinforced with his comments on Bret Baier refusing to apologize for disrespecting the president and the American people in the Oval Office. The President Zelensky was in the White House today and had a real chance to sign an economic agreement that would have been great for the American people to recoup our tax dollars and great for the Ukrainian people to rebuild their country, and unfortunately he blew the deal up in his own face.
And do you think you owe an apology to President Trump?
And I think we have to be very honest. Nobody wants to finish more than we, because we in Ukraine, we are in this war, we are in this battle, a battle for freedom for our lives.
Ukrainian President Zelensky has addressed the heated exchange that occurred during his meeting with U.S. President Donald Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance at the White House. During a Fox News interview, when asked if he owed Trump an apology, he stated, "No, I respect the president and I respect the American people." He emphasized the importance of open and honest discussions, suggesting that certain matters might be better addressed privately away from the media attention. Zelensky also highlighted Ukraine's position, stating that they have not done anything wrong and that understanding Ukraine's perspective is crucial.
So I'm not hearing from you, Mr. President, a thought that you owe the president an apology.
No, I respect the president and I respect American people, and if I think that we have to be very open and very honest, and I'm not sure that we did something bad. I think maybe sometimes some things we have to discuss out of media, with all respect to democracy and to a free media. But there are things where we have to understand the position of Ukraine and Ukrainians, and I think that is the most important thing.
The meeting, initially intended to strengthen economic ties and discuss a potential peace agreement, escalated into public dispute. Trump accused Zelensky of jeopardizing global peace, leading to a cancellation of a planned economic agreement signing. Zelensky's refusal to apologize has sparked mixed reactions both domestically and internationally.
I don't remember exactly, but President Reagan said that peace is not just an absent the war. Yes, we are speaking about just and lasting peace, about freedom, about justice, about human rights. And that's why I said that I think so, that ceasefire, and Putin, he broken 25 times ceasefire during all these years, 10 years.
In the aftermath, European leaders have expressed support to Zelensky, emphasizing the importance of backing Ukraine against ongoing aggression. Zelensky remains committed to seeking peace while ensuring Ukraine's sovereignty and values are upheld.